Hi there once again, and welcome to General Manager mode on WWE 2K26. Now, since in my other save I'm using Stacy Keebler, I'm not going to be able to use her again for the sake of me being able to tell which file is which. So what we're going to I'm going to have a little fun. I'm going to take, I'm going to take some of y'all wrestling fans back to 2011 and 2012 as I play as the anonymous General Manager on Raw. I usually play NXT, but I'm going to do this instead. We're going to go with Theodore Long over there on SmackDown for a little historical throwback. Now we're ready to go. The real deal now. I think it's talking about me. Now the challenge here is I can't take a main event guy or girl. So no Rhea Ripley, no Roman Reigns, no Becky Lynch. Thank God. No Seth Rollins. Anybody that's a main eventer on television, we can't take. Upper mid card and mid card only, or upper mid card and lower, I should say. So, first pick is from NXT. It's my girl, Carmen Petrovic. Ripper Queen Rhea. All right, how about that? We're always ready. Next pick. My next pick. All the way from AAA. Hey, that rhymes. It's the original chairman. Eat your heart out, Sean Spears. It's Laparca. And also, I can pick people that aren't with the company anymore. That's why I don't have them turned off. But I'm not taking Brock Lesnar. Forget that. Next choice, my first, the women's division. It's Candice LeRae. Next pick, the former NBA Finals winner. It's Tyrese Halliburton. Once again, all the way from AAA. Remember the Psycho Circuit? It's Psycho Clown. From NX. Shut up, Corey. My next pick is also from NXT, representing the Calling, a stable that I wish would go away. It's Izzy Day. Did you have to, Cole? For my next choice, raise your fist. It's Detroit's own Alex Shelley. No, I will not take Dom. And to complete the Motor City Machine Guns, Hail Sabin. Yep. And for my next pick, whoa, whoa. And we need it just been for my next choice, the current Women's Intercontinental Champion, my girl, Sol Ruka. Surfs up on Raw. Someone that I am next is someone that I think could have been big on the main roster had they called up Fatal Influence a little sooner. Jasmine Nix. Boo! Excuse me. For my next pick, Happy Wednesday, it's Ren Sinclair. For my next pick, Adelaide's own, a girl that the lady that turned violently on Sol Ruka by throwing her off a cliff. Literally. Zarya. Ooh. My next pick. Welcome to the jungle. It's Nikita Lyons. For my next pick, it's Tiffy time. Tiffany Stratton. And my final women's pick, well, one of them, representing Monday Night Raw in real life, it's a former Women's Intercontinental Champion and a former NXT Women's Champion, a former NXT Women's North American Champion. It's Stephanie McCare. And I need more heels. And coming to Raw, a young lady that lets you know that glamour is forever. It's Blake Monroe. And for my next pick, representing the Judgment Day. Damn it, I need to get the Tabasco sauce after saying that, but representing the Judgment Day, Roxanne Perez. Thank you. My next choice is possibly the most athletic woman on the roster behind the second most athletic woman on the roster, only behind Sol Ruka. A young lady that lets you know that Lonnie does it better. It's Kalani Jordan. My next pick is somebody who is deathly underrated. It's Michin. Lyra can go over there for all I know. Don't care. Let's see, we're running out of non-main eventers here, but I need to kind of even things up. So, my next pick, she'll give you those kicks and make you regret ever getting in the ring with her. It's the mayor of Vice City, Lola Vice. For my next choice, the Juggernaut, the former two-time TNA Women's Knockouts Champion, the former NXT Women's Champion, I believe. It's Jordan Grace. And that'll be enough for the last right now. For the men, honk honk. No, I'm not talking about Bowie. It's Tank Ledger. Let's see if his partner's here. For my next choice, it's him. When he shoots, he don't miss. It's Carmelo Hayes. Next pick, Aleister Black. All right, so we're going to maybe pick one more. Time to make your move with the only death male in WWE. That's a good thing. It's the current NXT North American Champion, Miles Bourne. And that'll be it, everybody. That's the draft. Can't believe I picked Halliburton, no. I feel like that was stupid, but let's see what SmackDown does. They can't do much better or much worse, depending on how you look at it. Trick Williams will. Tavion Heights. All right. Interesting pick there. I would have picked Thea next had I not picked enough females as it was. I think I went overboard on those, but we'll see in season 2 what happens. All right. Cedar Rapids, Iowa, you get Raw, and we're 4 weeks away from Hell in a Cell. So we've drafted. We're going to book our first show here. And then that'll be it for this. My world champion, suck it, I'm going with Matt Cardona. Tag champions got to be Sabin and Shelley. United States champion, Miles Bourne. Or Intercontinental in this case. Bargain bin special effects, we'll use that later. We'll need that, probably, because my games are cursed with injury. Just look at my other save if you don't believe me there. But I'm going to book our opening contest. Tiffy time takes on... Who did I make the women's champion? Or did I? Damn it, I don't think I gave Raw a women's champion, did I? Whoops. Well, I guess we'll fix it right here, won't we? I got a better idea than just going on one. How about a straight 6-way battle royal? Tiffany, Zarya, Candice. Let's see, I got... The good girls should outnumber the heels, so we're going to rebook that. It'll be... For the good, it'll be Tiffany Stratton, Ren Sinclair, Sol Ruka, and Meechit. For the heels, it'll be Blake Monroe, and Roxanne Perez. Main event, Matt Cardona. That sounds like a new nickname. We'll take on Aleister Black. And that's for the World Championship. Oh god, my game's got an ego. So, what the Bruiser and Fighter thing, those are classes. Bruiser and Fighter actually match up. As do... Well, that won't tell you, but... Sol Ruka is a high flyer. Blake, I believe, is a specialist. She can go with anybody. Now, let me show you this. Let me show you a little more about this. So, Cruiser, not high flyer. So, if I set Psycho Clown the Cruiser in a match, I would need a Giant, which the problem is I don't have it. So, the second way to do this is to find a specialist. Of course, you could change these settings beforehand, but that's kind of cheap to do. So, Shinsuke as a fighter, you would have to find a bruiser. In this case, that's Tank Ledger. And you want to make sure that you'll get penalized a little bit if they're the same class, or the same role. Which, the role is the same thing as saying babyface or heel. Good girl, good guy, good guy, bad guy, good girl, bad girl. That kind of thing. Anyway, since I do want the matchup for this, we can do... And remember, you can do intergender if you want to. But there are no intergender championships. So we'll let Tank and Zarya explore that. And then we're going to do a little tag team match here. Women's tag team. It's going to be Carmen Petrovich, the Cruiser. She's more of a striker. And let's see, we don't have any Giants. So I guess, actually, the best way to do this would be Fighter, Fighter, Bruiser, Bruiser. So, Fighter. The Bruisers will be the heels. In this case. Now, I got a better idea. I'm going to use my Motor City machine guns. They're both fighters. I think I can find 2 bruisers to work this with. We're going to have to turn somebody heel here, too. I'm probably going to need to sign some people. So we have Izzy Dame as one of the bruisers. Now you can change like classes and all that, but that's only after they've had a certain amount of XP, I believe. It offers you that option. I'm going to go ahead and throw her in Jordan Grace. We'll turn her heel in the next video. And let's see, we're going to need to turn Zarya heel anyway, so because that's what she is actually. Wait a minute, I said Women's North American Champion was somebody. I forgot to say Zarya is actually the real world Women's North American Champion. I didn't even introduce her, did I? Whoops. Alright, Cardona, I'm going to have you go heel. Let's see how you do at it. Wait a minute, that doesn't make sense just because of the fact that he's in a world championship match. And what I usually like to do, I usually like to use the people that aren't booked in these promo segments to keep them from, getting hacked off of me for not using them for too long. I've had that happen. The chairman will speak. We're also going to hear from Ren Sinclair's got a match. Let's see. We're going to hear from Psycho Clown since he's got such good mic skills. And that's going to be that. Now, show logistics. This first show, we don't have to worry about it because nothing's unlocked. Let's go ahead and let's go ahead and run the show and see how we did. Let's see who wins. Michin is my women's champion. I will take that. Michin and Ren, which means one of them is going to have to go heel. I'll decide that next episode, I guess. Actually, we can. I'm going to go ahead and do it this show. Sabin and Shelley retain the titles. Oof. Wait a minute. I didn't put the titles on the line, but there we have it. So, Cardona and Black. Let's see what happens here with the Bruiser Fighter mix. Cardona retains. And we got a 3.5 star for that. We'll continue that rivalry. Who cares about the other show? Let's see the ratings. Alright, they seem to like the show. Now remember, this is about Hall of Fame trophies, not fans. Even though we're in number 1 position here, going into week 2. We're going to do 2 weeks, and I'm actually going to run the matches on this show to show you that it is doable. But before we go on, I'm going to both show you the power cards. We have the ones that are viable right now are Fixed Match, Get Schooled, and Hell Spa. The Hell Spa it tells you what they do right there. The top spot, recover some stamina. Get Schooled, you can raise your XP with that. And Fixed Match, you basically guarantee that anyone on the roster wins. This one, you need to have. These 2 are very useful. I'm going to go ahead and buy these 2 as well, because we'll probably need them all later. Are the ones we have. This is War. It'll select 3 people from the other brand that can't be booked. That next show. Hidden Agenda. You immediately gain a random GM. You know what? You guys can read what these do. It tells you that. But this isn't why we're here. We're going to go ahead and go to our talent scouts. Now, usually I'm not really into buying out these jobbers, or these creative scrubs, as Kenny Baum calls them. But I'm going to go ahead and sign them for the rest of the season because they're good filler. We needed more bruisers anyway, so McLeod's good. I need some giants, is what I'm needing. And we're going to go ahead and sign them to the end of the season here. Now, this is what I don't see come up that much. Marisol Noir. I don't know how you say that first name. I think I said it right. Marisol Noir. And then finally, La Cangrita Loca from My Rise. I believe the Spanish for the crazy crab. Why does that name sound like they ripped off the Krusty Krab? Anyway, we've got some people. Now let's see if I can get some more people. Of course, we can trade after the 5th week, but we're not going to get that far in this video. So, Logan Paul, yeah, I'll take Solo Sikoa. Why not? A certain friend of the channel would kill me if I didn't take Solo anyway. Lexus King. John the Fish Herman. I get it. Fisherman. Fan favorite, we needed a giant, so thank you, my man. You're maybe a giant jobber, but I'll take it. Logan Paul and Lexus King can rot in free agency all season long for all I care. I don't care for either of them, so. See what's to offer here. Angelo Dawkins, Otis, and Piper Niven. I needed a good heel giant. Piper's the girl that I need. For right now. And with that, we're going to run one more show. And then call it a day. We're going to go ahead and book this. And start off with, I got to turn Meechin heel here. I can't see Ren being a good heel, so. Our chairman will start us off. Against our new giant heel. Yeah, that's about right. Wait, Park is a bruiser, so I can't really do that. You got to keep the classes in line here. So since Park is a heel, I'm actually going to start this thing off with Psycho Clown, since he's a bruiser here. That way I can get a little more for that match. Cardona's not going to face, what's his face? Black again. Since Cardona is a bruiser, I want a fighter to go alongside him that's a heel. Perfect chance to debut my new guy here. However, catch 22 here. We're not going to be able to play this main event because of the interference, but still. Then we have a little tag team matchup, players. As the Motor City Machine Guns defend their tag team gold against, see, they're both fighters. You know what, why not? Let's let them face them again. I'm going to go ahead and do another promo here. We're going to let LaParca talk. Mr. Chairman, what you got to say? Fighter Shinsuke Nakamura, meaning I need a bruiser here. Let's do Zarya. That might work. And then we'll let Tiffany Stratton talk. And that's our show. We're going to get to play Psycho Clown versus Herman. I'm going to sim that because I don't... That's not a... I'm going to sim that anyway. And then we'll get to play that one. Not this one because there's interference. So let's lock it in. But before we do, I'm going to figure out what needs upgrading here. We'll do the backstage crew for this time around. Now with the logistics, you have to have resources. Or you can't do any of that. You get it by the show, I believe. So our first match, we're going to see Psycho Clown against John the Fish Herman. And I will shut up and let the announcers take over here. After I tell you that this is one of my favorite entrances, actually, just because of this song. Even if his entrance, some of these effects remind me of the Blair Witch Project, which I don't need to be reminded of. Can we get the camera more stable, please? What is 107 kilos in weight? In U.S. weight? Somebody tell me in the comments, please. And also, as we wrap the video up after we do these matches, I want to know, what was your favorite match of the ones we played? Do you want to see more of this? Let me know in the comments. I usually don't give the jobbers entrances, so Look at that. That that John Herman attire just screams enhancement talent here. Mexican Destroyer right out the gate. And I'll shut up. Fact.
Undeniable star power, both in person and within one's subconscious, apparently. That's what Psycho Clown brings to the table.
Yeah, but he's got his work cut out for him tonight, taking on this superstar across the ring.
This guy has been a huge hurdle in the division lately. I don't think that's going to change tonight.
Landing the crossbody.
Oh, the elbow connects.
Sharp impact from that elbow, man.
Beautiful senton. And that could end up putting John on shaky legs for a bit.
Psycho Clown showing how he can be an aggressor.
Clown carrying the momentum in this match.
Looks like Herman is struggling right now. And the shoulders down. This could be it.
Barely kicks out.
Getting the shoulder up in time, but it has clearly gotten so much tougher for them to do so. Clown has them up. Into a big punch.
Oh, God, the crimson is flowing. He's seriously hurt now. Sound the alarm. Air raid crash.
John with a cause for concern.
Clown gets it. And here's another look at what made that match so special. Here is your winner.
Be fabulous.
Here comes Shin.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making his way to the ring from Kyoto, Japan, weighing in at 220 pounds, Shinsuke Nakamura!
I didn't
The always fearsome Zarya. Here to destroy anyone who stands in her way and enjoy doing it.
And his opponent from Adelaide, South Australia, Zarya!
One of the most exciting prospects the women's division has ever seen. There's nobody quite like Zarya.
A standout in her native Australia, Zarya won many of the same titles once held by Rhea Ripley.
Time will tell if she can match Rhea's accolades, but Zarya is definitely happy to beat some people up before then.
collision here. Not sure why she gave up on the pin.
Turns it around.
Another reversal. Eye for an eye here.
She countered that into her own offense.
Full Nelson. Dragon suplex. Zarya turning her attention to the WWE Universe now. Point of the elbow finds the mark.
Andy turned it around.
Each superstar trying to stay a step ahead.
And the king of strong style himself took a hard and impactful hit there. Zarya is capturing the momentum now.
Zarya's really turning it up now.
Each athlete fighting